Welcome back, everyone. It's been far too long. We had to take a little bit of time away due to some stuff that happened IRL that took up a lot of our free time and didn't allow us to make videos after we were done streaming. But we are back, and hopefully that is going to change now going forward, and I look forward to bringing you more videos. But I'm going to spare you the details. Let's jump into it, talk about today's video. How's Enhancement Shaman doing inside Castle Nathria? What's up with the legendaries that are being used in it? Well, to be honest, we're doing pretty solid. We're doing fine. We're not in a really bad spot, but we're not in like a super top tier spot either, like Unholy DK is, right? Now, you might be thinking, okay, but the thumbnail, the two DPS ranking lists, what's up with that? Why are they so different? Okay, well, first of all, the one on the left that you saw where we were like number 4, that's the one that I told everybody to not be invested in, not take super seriously, and to take with a grain of salt, because that was a simulation craft DPS pre-raid biz performance based on a different legendary than what you're seeing being used in Nathria. It is the Frost with Wolfbones legendary, which is used primarily for single target performance, as well as the talents were single target, and it's patchwork, which means you don't have to move. Well, guys, this isn't classic. These fights have numerous mechanics that require a moderate amount of movement. That kind of DPS simulation is never going to be representative of what your actual DPS performance is going to be able to be. So always take those kind of things with a grain of salt. Now, the one on the right where it shows Enhancement Shaman kind of down low, that is from Warcraft logs. If you look at the max percentile rankings for it, that's not what you should be basing it off of, because that is not where the majority of players are going to be performing. As soon as you even move it down to the 99th percentile, 1 percentile down, all right, Enhancement Shaman jumps up multiple ranks. This is even way more representative. We're right here in the middle, right there, competing with everybody else. We're a little bit behind some of these classes, but we're still a little bit ahead of all of these. But if we move into the 75th percentile, which is actually where the majority of classes are, where the majority of players are performing, the 75th percentile is what a lot of people aim for when they're progressing, and this is what you should be looking at. Enhancement Shaman is right here, solidly above Sub Rogue and the rest of these DPS, and it's neck and neck with Ret Paladin, right in the middle, competing, able to pull its weight. It's not slowing down the raid or holding anything back. And you know, if you're not a world first raider, you're able to play Enhancement Shaman and do your part and down the bosses. If you're a world first raider, there's a reason you're only seeing Unholy DKs, Balanced Druids, and Marksman Hunters for the most part in these raid comps. They're just overperforming that much compared to everybody else. Now, that being said, if we wanted to go and we wanted to look at all percentiles of people's performance, right, we're still right here. If we factor in the bottom of the bottom all the way up to the top of the top, where does Enhancement Shaman stand? We're still right here, middle of the pack, neck and neck with Red Paladin, way above, the other half of classes, right in the middle, doing solid, pulling our weight, doing what we got to do. I told you guys, we will never be able to be up here so long as our classes kit remains the way it is. And what I mean by that is that we are so hard-baked RNG that you will never see Enhancement Shaman be able to be up here, because there is not enough guaranteed definitive DPS throughput performance available in our playstyle to be able to do so. We are too reliant on multiple levels of RNG performance that it's just not going to happen, right? We need Stormbringer procs, we need Wind Fury procs, we need Storm Flurry procs, we need Maelstrom Weapon procs. All of these things contribute to how much DPS we're able to do. And we have no control over any of them outside of Doomwinds with a legendary or a talent that generates 1 Maelstrom Weapon when we use Storm Strike. And that's just not the best in order to be able to perform. You have moments where you don't get Maelstrom Weapon procs, or you don't get Stormbringer procs, and then you're just sitting on the cooldowns waiting for something to happen because you've used your abilities, So that's why I've been using the Frostwitch Wolfbones. I like the uptime that it helps provide personally, but let's talk about the legendaries that are being used as well. The one that was used for that super high DPS ranking for Enhancement Shaman, again, that was single target using Frostwitch Wolfbones, which is going to be a better one for like purely single target if you never had to move, but that's not how it works. And a lot of these bosses function on burst windows with add cleave and other things like that. So that actually makes Doom Winds far more valuable. Now, I do partly believe that the reason why when you look at Warcraft logs, if we were to go and look at, you know, how, let's look at the rankings of Enhancement Shamans across the board and what they're all running. Okay, look at this. Majority, almost everybody, this is Mythic actually. That's actually not what we want to look at because that's not finished. Majority of what everybody's using is Doom Winds. That is actually what you're seeing across the board entirely, right? And that's because well, there's a lot of ads, and that makes, you know, Doom Winds with Wind Fury and Crash Lightning and all that stuff way more valuable. But also, I do believe that part of this is because Doom Winds was a more readily available legendary than Frostwitch Wolfbones was, and it's better for Mythic Plus and it's better for PvP, so it has a multi-purpose availability to it that Frostwitch Wolfbones does not. Now, I do think going forward you could see this change a little bit as people, you know, now get a feel for their classes and they look to try other things out and they make more legendaries. You'll see some people try different things and you might see different results, but for the most part, with the way Castle Nathria is designed, Doom Winds Wind Fury is just way better because of all of the cleave mechanics that are in the raid right now, and that's just how it is. I personally use Frostwitch Wolfbones because I find it more fun to use, and it helps me have more uptime on my Maelstrom weapon spenders, which feels good because it feels really bad not being able to spend a Maelstrom. But also, you know, if you're not getting those Stormbringer procs and you're having that lack of Maelstrom generation, being able to have a high uptime on Wolves really helps a lot. Wolves also help provide me DPS when we're off the boss because they are up almost every 30 seconds. So, you know, if we have to move away from a boss and wolves are coming up, I can pop it and they can be DPSing the boss while I have to move away. Things like that. That's kind of stuff feels good for me. I like being able to use the DPS cooldown every 30 seconds instead of relying on like Ascendance every 3 minutes. Ascendance is phenomenal, by the way. I just, you know, it's a long cooldown to have, and we don't have a lot of DPS cooldowns as Enhancement Shaman, so having the wolves up on a very consistent basis feels good and helps the flow of the class to me personally. But that being said, you know, with that, I was still able to get a top 100 parse on some of these fights in heroic. So don't think that Doom Winds is the only way to play the game, right? We've done it. We used Frostwitch Wolfbones and we were able to perform, not hold our raid back. So don't think that it's the end of the world and Doom Winds is the only answer to everything. But that being said, it is definitely going to be the clear definitive better performer in this raid due to ads and cleave, and Wind Fury always does better when that comes into play. So take that how you will. That being said, overall, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. I think there's room for us to improve and get even better inside Castle Nathria. As time goes on, I think there's room for enhancement to grow, and hopefully as we get more stats, we can see enhancement perform even better with more haste, and that will be something to look forward to as Mythic continues to progress. But I will be starting my own Mythic rating here soon. We're going to be finishing up Heroic this week and then moving on into Mythic, so looking forward to bringing you guys that content as well. If you want to catch any of that live, be sure to go over to Twitch at twitch.tv/zav_, or just hang out here on YouTube and watch us here while we do that. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We are going to head on out for right now, and it's been a lot of fun being back making videos, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay up to date with any of our new videos. Have a good one.